So I'm with Maz Jobrani, Iranian American comedian, and two things to ask you, Maz. First of all, this presidential election, it's kind of projecting us all into the future and what that might look like. What does America look like for you under a potential Donald Trump? Say, compared with the alternatives.
Eesh, not good. Already it's interesting because with that the bill that was passed, the visa waiver bill, where people that have been to Iran or have Iran in their passport, born in Iran, that are European citizens, still got to go and get a visa to come to America, and there might be a reciprocation where Iranians like myself who are American, when I travel to Europe, I may have to go and get an extra visa to go to European countries. So already there's that happening. I can't imagine what's going to happen under Trump. It could be even harder for me to travel around the world. I'll definitely feel more uncomfortable in certain states. I feel like people are just watching me and looking at me as an enemy. So to give you a long answer, not good.
So you think some of the rhetoric has kind of created that, we'll call it paranoia for lack of a better word, when you travel around the U.S.?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a lot of immigrants are worried about a Trump presidency.
And you travel a lot around the world for your work?
Yeah, I travel all over the world. I do shows in Europe. I do shows in the Middle East. I do shows in Australia. So that's the beauty of stand-up comedy now. It's very international, and that's also the beauty of having an American passport, is that you can travel easily internationally.
Right.
For the longest time growing up, I kept my Iranian passport just out of laziness, and anytime I wanted to go anywhere, I had to go to embassies and show my financial support and get invites. So yeah, I love my American passport.
So it is your Iranian identity, you were born in Iran, that has been kind of like the spine of a lot of your comedy. How do you make the shift from being, you're the guy, Maz Jobrani, the Iranian American comedian, to Maz Jobrani, comic?
Yeah, well, I think that I will continue to talk about my ethnic background. But again, if people have seen some of my newer stuff, they'll see that I do a lot of material about my kids. I do a lot of material about getting older. So there's material that I think crosses over. As a matter of fact, when you come to my shows, you'll see the audience is very mixed now. So I'm starting to find that more and more. And what the beauty of stand-up comedy is, the more you talk about yourself, the more you realize how international and how universal these topics are. So when I do a joke about my grandmother, I used to do a joke about how my grandmother used to put her cash underneath her breasts in her bra. And I was doing that one night in Los Angeles, and I look in the audience, and there's these two Mexican girls falling out of their chairs.
Everybody's getting it.
Everyone's got the grandma who puts the money in the bra, right? So you just talk about yourself, and you find out it's universal.
Maz Jobrani, thanks so much, man.
Thank you, Marco.